Hi guys, you're welcome back to the Matalias. You're welcome back to our channel, guys. Yes, this is our channel. So if this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. Sorry for delaying in posting another video. Like, it's been over 1 month I posted the last video. I am so sorry. It's because of my exams. I had to like finish that up before continuing posting content on the channel, so I apologize. I'm very sorry. So this is another beautiful dress we have here. This is another bubu gown from my bubu gown series. So this is of this dress. This is a v-neck bubu with side strings at the sides that gave me this u-shaped design at the hemline. So I have drawstrings at the side, as you can see, on both sides. I also have a net in between the dress, and also at the sleeves, and the sleeves has like a balloon sleeve, yes, at the cuff area. So this design, but first off, can you just take a minute to appreciate this beauty? I love the color combination on this dress, like the green, the orange, and the stripes that came with it. Like, even the nets that I used to complement the design, everything just came out so beautiful. Like, I really love the combination of this Ankara design. I really love it. Everything that I did to achieve this design is going to be detailed in this video, very well detailed. So guys, just stick through and keep on watching. So guys, to start off the design, this is our Ankara. This Ankara came in 4 yards, yes. Then the net mesh is like dark brown chocolatey color, yes. It's very stretchy, so I used 2 yards. Then other materials we need are our measuring tape, our pins, our chalk, and also our ruler, and also our pressing iron. So first off, I started by ironing our Ankara material so that I'm going to have that smooth flat surface when it's time for me to do my cutting. So guys, to start up, I'm going to turn my Ankara material into 4 places. As you can see, I first of all turn it into 2, as you can see, into 2 places, just like as you can see. So I am going to go ahead again to turn it like so, again making it into 4 places. Yes, I am turning it from my left hand area, then like so, then making it into 4 places. So I went ahead to drag the upper parts of the Ankara where I want the first part of the bubu to end, that is from my length. So you can see I went ahead to drag it from below, so I only got the length that I needed for the upper part, which is 35 inches. So as you can see, 1 2 3 and 4, so I have my 4 places there. So I have 35 inches for the upper parts of the bubu. So guys, after getting the 35 inches that I want for the upper part of the bubu, I went ahead to cut it out. So guys, after this is the part I am going to get my actual shoulder length, which is 7 inches, leaving me with 15 inches for the first part of the sleeve. So I'm going to go ahead to get my neckline, which is 3 inches for the width, and also 3 inches for the depth of the neckline. So guys, I'm going to go ahead to take out 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope, which is what I'm going to be cutting off. Then for the back neck, I'm going to be doing 1.5 inches for the depth for the back. Then the width still stands at 3 inches. Then for my v-neck, I'm going to be doing 7.5 inches for the v-neck at the front. So guys, for my sleeve opening, I'm going to be doing 10 inches for my sleeve opening. This is actually going to become 9.5 because I'm going to be using 9.5 to for my sewing allowance. Yeah. So guys, for this particular bubu, this is going to really be a really flamboyant bubu. So I am not going to be adding my usual extra 6 inches. What I'm just going to be doing is timesing my overall measurements by 2. So my hip line is 40 divided by 4, which is 10. So I'm just going to times that by 2, then plus my sewing allowance is 2 inches. So that gives me about 22 inches left on this particular canvas that I have. So I am just timesing my whole measurement by 2. My bust is around 38, so it is just me adding using my hip line, which is 10 times 2, 20 plus sewing allowance 2 inches, which is 22 inches. So that is what I am going to be doing for this bubu. So I'm just going ahead to mark to mark all the points that I have, my bust line, my shoulder to my hip line, because this particular bubu is going to be having side pockets, that is pockets at the both sides. So I am also going to be marking that. I'm looking at 16 to 17 inches for my pockets, so I'm also going to be marking that at the sides. Then I'm going to after marking the space for my pockets, I am going to go ahead to cut the extras that I have out. So guys, as you can see, this bubu is not going to be, I'm not going to be doing a totally straight sewing. As you can see, I'm actually giving a curve from my bust line, from the starting of my hip line to the ending of my hip line. You see that I am giving a curve, despite the fact that I'm going to be putting pockets there to give the sides of the pocket that slight curl effect at the hip area. So that is why I'm not going to be sewing that side straight. I'm going to be sewing that in a very curvy area, despite the fact that I'm going to be adding pockets at that particular sides. So after that, I am going to go ahead to cut out the sides, as you can see me do. So guys, for my back neck, I am just going to take out my back neck, which I previously told you guys, 1.5 for the back depth and 3 inches for the width, leaving me with my front slits, my front v-neck slit. So I just took out the back, leaving me with the front. So I am just going to cut out my v-neck area for the front side of the bubu. So guys, after cutting that out, this is what we have. So I really love the design at the front. I don't know if you guys are loving it. Please guys, if you so guys, this is me just getting a pieces right here from the Ankara to cut out my side pockets that I'm going to be adding to our bubu dress. So I'm going to fold this Ankara material into 4 to give me both sides, cutting both sides of the pockets. So in length, the pockets is going to be 10 inches in length, and also for the width is going to be 8 inches in width. So that is how I want the pockets to be. Then first off, I am going to be going in 0.5 inches on both sides. That is where where my seam line is going to be, where I'm going to sew, not my opening, where my seam line is going to be, where I'm going to close off the pocket from. So I am going to go in 0.5 inches for the hem side of the pocket, and also for the starting line of the pocket. So as you can see me marking 8 inches for the width of the pocket, and I'm going to be going in 10 inches. I have my 1 inch sewing allowance around there. So this side is where I am going to be sewing. I'm going to be sewing that's where I am going to be closing off. So this is the length. I have 11 inches. 1 inch is for my sewing allowance. Then I have my remaining 10 inches. So guys, as you can see, after going in 0.5 inches in, I am going to give that particular side a slight curve. I'm going to be curving it like so, to give that pockety stylish effects. Yeah. So guys, after that, I am going to go ahead to cut out my facing for my neck area. So I am just going to be folding this remaining this Ankara piece underneath the neck area of my bubu. Then I am going to cut out the interfacing for the neck area like so. So guys, after cutting it out, this is how the facing came out to be. So I am just going to go ahead to sew it down, right side facing right side. So I'm going to sew it down. Also going to be adding my gum, so I'm going to use it to lap it down and iron it down together. And but first of all, I'm going to go ahead to pin it down, yes, to give me that flat effect. I'm going to pin it down, yeah, then add my hemming gum below. So after sewing, I'm just going to add my hemming gum and iron it down like
And
so.
for the back,
So
I'm
guys,
just going to be using a bias tape to just roll it down, the back of the neckline. Yes, I'm going to be using a bias tape to just hem it like so. Then I'm going to come back to show you guys how it came out to be. So guys, after sewing down my interfacing for my neck area, this is how it came out to be. So I am just going to go ahead to iron it down so that it lays down flat. I'm also going to add my hemming gum now inside to make it lie down flat. Yes, so this is how it came out to be. So guys, for the sleeves, for the balloon sleeves that came with this bubu, I am just going to cut out a piece. Then I am using a needle and thread to like drag it to get that gathering effect that I need. So this is just what I'm doing at this particular stage. I have not yet determined how I want the length to be, hence you're seeing it this long, but it's not going to be this long. I'm going to cut it down since I already have 15 inches for the first part of the sleeve. So I'm going to be adding like an extra 4 inches for the net part. Then this balloon part is just going to be maybe 10 inches. Yes, I'm going to be using 10 inches because I want the sleeve to like come below my fingers. Like I want it to just rest on my fingers, so I want it to be quite long. So 15 plus 4, that is 19, plus an extra 10, so plus an extra 10 or 9, so that will be giving me like 29 or 28 inches in total for the sleeve. Yes. So guys, after sewing it to the end and dragging it, so this is just me dragging it, this is how it came out to be. So depending on yours, how you want it to be gathered, it just depends on the style. Do you want it to be so gathered, like the one the gathering to be very very voluminous, or if you just want it to be slight? So this is just me adjusting it. I don't want it to be very voluminous, I just want it to be like slight gathering here and there. So this is just me measuring the width of my cuff and also taking out the part that I need for my left hand and right hand cuff, sorry. So that is what I am just doing right here, and after doing so I am just going to cut it out. So guys, this is just me getting the actual width I have for my bubu, so that I am actually going to be cutting out that extra that exact width to add my net. So this is the net that we're using now, depending on the style that you need. The reason why I use the stretchy net and one that is this light is because I want that hem part to be gathered, to look gathered. And so guys, this is just me adding the net part to the Ankara pieces. I'm actually taking out 10 inches I'm actually going to be taking out 10 inches that I'm going to be adding in between. The total length that I want for this bubu is around 60 to 62 inches. Because of the drawstrings I'm adding at the sides, it's going to also help it's also going to make the down part to be gathered, like voluminous. So that is why I added that extra 4 inches. If not, I'm going to be opting for 58 inches for the total length of my bubu. So this is just what I'm going to be doing. Now for this net, depending on you, it's either you use the hard one or you use the lighter one. The reason why I opted for the lighter one and the one that is very stretchy is for me to get that gathered effect at the hem part. It's also going to make the bubu look slimmer while you're wearing it, so it's not going to retain that bagginess at that particular part. So this stretchy net is going to help you. It's going to help the down part of the bubu looks gathered. So I'm going to be also doubling this net because it's very light, to avoid it to tear or something. So just to give it that extra strength, because the net is quite light. So but it is very, very beautiful because of I like the brownie and the shiny effect that it gave to the bubu, and also complemented the color, which is orange and green. So I'm just going to be cutting out the actual width and length that I need, which is actually, the width for this bubu is total 19 inches. Then for the length, I'm just getting 10 inches to add it up. So I'm going to cut it out right now. I'm going to go to my sewing machine to sew it down. So guys, after I finished cutting it, I went ahead to pin it down. So that is how we're going to be retaining the actual length on our sewing machine. Then this is the remaining part of the bubu. So we have 14 to 15 inches. So 1 inch is going to be our joining allowance. Then we have 15 inches to make up for the total length of the bubu. So this is what I just measured. So I'm just going to go ahead right now to the sewing machine to join everything together. So after I finished joining it together, this is what we have. This is how it came out to look like. So this is what we have. So guys, just in case you're wondering, I actually did this
nets twice. Like I joined the first layer, I joined the both of them together, like I sewed the both of them together, the first part and second part first. That is the first layer. Then I went ahead again to double it, sewing it again, because I actually want the sewing to be very, very strong. So this is just me taking out the parts that I want to add my pocket. So I'm just going to be stopping at 17 inches right there. So I'm going to be leaving that side open as I am going to join the both sides of my bubu together. I want to sew the both sides of my bubu together, so I'm just going to be indicating the part that I want the pocket to stay. Then I am going to be leaving that side open, just like I'm indicating right here. So guys, after sewing the both sides of my bubu together, I actually have my sewing allowance. So this is what I am going to be sewing down, like this, just like the way I'm folding it right here to put my drawstrings. Yes, so I'm just going to be sewing it down like this. Then I'm going to be sewing it down to the end, just like the end of the from the place I attached the net. So I'm going to be closing it like that. Then I'm going to sew it down. I'm going to sew it down flat. Then I'm going to be inserting my drawstrings into the pipe, just like so. So guys, I have sewn it down and put my drawstrings for the left hand side. So I am going to be doing so for the right hand side, so that you guys see what I am actually going to be doing right here. So first off, I take down the loop which I am going to be using. So I'm going to be using a pin. I'm going to use a pin to hold it down. Then I'm going to be pushing it right from the pipe, just like the way you see me do. So I'm going to push it right like so till I get to the end of the tunnel. So I'm going to be pushing it like that, using the pin to pull through, then till I get to the end of the tunnel. So after I get to the end of the tunnel, I actually left a small hole, or I'm going to be using my pin to open the small hole at that place, because I want the loop to come out from that place. Then I'm going to be sewing it down so that our loop stays strong just from that net area, just like as you see me do. So once I get to the end of the tunnel, I'm going to be pinning it down right there again with a pin. Then I'm going to be sewing it down at the sewing machine. So as you can see, I'm opening a small hole from that edge where I'm going to be pulling out the loop from. So guys, after everything, after adding the loops, adding the net, adding the sleeves, this is how our dress came out to look like. I also went ahead to make a scrunchie, which I also recorded the video. I'm going to be pushing out that video after this one. So guys, do check out my playlist and you're going to be seeing this particular video where I made the scrunchie. So if you want to know how to make this beautiful scrunchie right here, it's going to be also linked under the description box of this video. Please guys, like my content, subscribe to my channel, also share to us, to all fellow fashionpreneurs out there who are also looking to make up the style. I don't think you've ever seen this style outside before. I think I am the first person to make this beautiful style. So guys, if you enjoy watching, please subscribe, like, and also comment. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.
So guys, for the back neck of my bubu, I went ahead to pipe it with the pipe, with a bias pipe, and that is how it came out to look like. So this is the full length. You can decide to hem the down part of your bubu or not. So but I didn't hem mine because I just love that whitish effect that I gave at the hemline, so I just decided to leave it. So how I joined this net to the bubu, I didn't join it at once, so hence you're seeing it this like this. I first of all joined the first layer, then I went ahead again to join the second layer. I just wanted to see the style it's going to give me if
So
I
guys,
join one.
to sew
I
this
didn't
both
like it
sides
at
of my
first, so I
bubu
went
gown, since we
ahead
are
to
done with the
join the
front part and
second
the back part,
layer, the sewing
I'm going to be
machine.
leaving
Yeah.
the space I need for the pockets. So that is what I am just doing. So the starting of my pocket is going to be starting at 17 inches. So that is what I am going to go ahead to mark down. I'm going to be marking down 17 inches, and I'm going to be leaving the 10 inches space I left initially for I'm going to be leaving now the 10 inches space I left initially for my pockets. So guys, for after sewing the both sides of the bubu, for my drawstrings, I am just going to be using the allowance I have at the both sides of the hem part. So I'm just going to be sewing it down like so, as you can see.
I didn't add an extra Ankara to that part since my sewing allowances are one each each. So for the remaining parts of the bubu, that is the hem part, which is 15 inches, so I'm just going to be sewing it like so. I'm going to be sewing it down, so we're leaving like a pipe hole where I'm going to be inserting my drawstrings there. So I'm going to be doing that for the right and the left hand side, just as you see me do. Then I'm going to go to the sewing machine right now to sew it down like so. Then I'm going to show you how I'm going to put in the drawstrings inside the spikes. Yep. So guys, after doing that, I went ahead to do the left part off camera. So I've inserted the left part drawstring, so I'm just going to be doing the right hand side for you to see. So after, I'm sorry guys about the noise. So after sewing both sides, I'm just going to be taking the, this is one of the strings. I'm going to be using a pin to put inside the loop. So I'm just going to be dragging it up to the end part that I want the loop to end. So after taking it up, I'm going to be sewing it down so it doesn't come off. I actually left a smaller hole at the edge, so where I'm going to be bringing it out, or whether you bring where I'm going to be bringing it out to sew. But it just depends on you. You might not bring out a hole. You just need to take it up to where you want the loop to end, which is around the net area. So as you guys can see, you see that I've doubled the net. I see how thick it is looking. So after taking the loop to the end, I actually pushed it out from the slight hole that I left. Uh, I used this pin to actually lose the edge. Then I'm going to be bringing out my loop. Then I'm going to go to the sewing machine and sew it down so it doesn't come off. So guys, after sewing the both sides of the loop, this is how our beautiful dress came out to be. So you guys can see the view, the UV design I'm telling you about at the hem part of this dress. You can see how it looks when you put it on. So you can see the both drawstrings, how beautiful looking it's looking after I dragged it and actually tied the knots. So this is the sleeve. Like I told you, the balloon sleeve, I just cut the length that I needed and added it to my sleeve area. Then you can see the net. I've actually doubled it, so like when you wear the dress, you won't be your skin will not be that showy at that particular part. So this is just me doing quality control all over the dress to see how beautiful this dress has come out to be. I actually love the color combination green orange, just makes everything poppy poppy poppy. So you can see the dress is actually very beautiful. Please guys, if you're still watching up to this time, subscribe to my channel, like, and also comment your thoughts. By when you like this video, it's actually promote the algorithm of this video. It makes more people actually see this video and actually want to watch this video, making also promoting my channel. So guys, encourage me, subscribe, and also like. So this dress actually came with a scrunchie. So this is the scrunchie right here. So just stay tuned. I'm going to be posting the scrunchie video, how to make a scrunchie just as beautiful as this, on my second video. So guys, just like, subscribe, and also share my content with fellow fashionpreneurs out there. I love you guys. Bye for now.